Hello and welcome back to Factorio. We're in Exotic Industries, and last time we got a bit down a bunny trail trying to make, well, more yak shaving, trying to make green circuits at scale. One of the inputs for green circuits is ceramics, and so we need to make a ceramics module. I'm just looking at this. So to make ceramic, we need an assembly machine, and we need the tier 2 assembly machine. So I think the first thing we need to do is kick off the research for tier 2 assembling machines, and then queue up other researches which don't do anything, because I can't do this build till we have automation 2, which is very sad. We can go back, however, to our green circuit build. So I think this is now what we have remaining. And then these are copper plate. Yeah, that's correct. Everything balances out there. And I think sorry, I have picker extended, I keep forgetting. So let's just shift all these things around. So I think this is our build. So this has electron tubes which come in on a belt. It gets fed with plate direct. It gets fed with coils direct. So it's something like that. Okay, and then we've got the issue of how to bring in the coils and how to take out the green circuits. So let's pick all this up. I've got a feeling this build is too wide, but we can do things to, we might be able to do things to shrink its width. Yeah, so we're not going to fit 2 of these in. It's at least a tile too wide to fit 2 in. Oh, it does exactly fit. Okay. So is there a way to do this? We would need some mechanic to feed these with ingots. And we still have to get things in and out of these green chip machines. So they need... Maybe I can do this with undergrounds. Maybe there's... That works, doesn't it? And then maybe we can do a similar thing here. All right, let's cut this, because I think I'm going to make a build and then flip the build. And then we could have a similar thing for the green circuit output. Something like that. Okay, and then it needs an input. So this could be a split belt of diodes and iron ingots. And then that's all right, isn't it? After all the pain and horror of last build, this looks like it's not too bad. All right. So that's 2 of them. That is 4 of them. Can I move the whole thing down 1? I've lost some assembling machines in the middle here. There we go. Okay, and then we would need a supply depot here. Is that the right place? No. Unfortunately, supply depots can't be... I'm going to do 2 rows of that because green circuits are kind of a useful thing. And then the output... In fact... Okay, so that's the green circuit out. And our design guide says we always use loaders for these things. So then what we need is the inputs. And so I need an iron input, a copper input, and whatever these things are. Electrical tubes, diodes, electron tubes. So that's 3 inputs. Okay, so I can fit 2 in easily for suitable values of easy. That does not give me my 3rd input, does it? Alright. Can I move everything up 1? No, because I've got to leave a block here to fit a Roboport. Let's double... Yeah, I can't really see Roboports currently because they're not... Can I put them down here? Yeah, maybe I can put one on my quick bar and measure it that way. Okay, so where's the robots tab? Here. Good. Yeah, so it would go there. Which constrains moving the build around. It doesn't constrain moving the middle of the build. Okay, that's an interesting observation. So that can go up. That can go up. Then I think I can take the whole of this, move it up 1 tile. Yes. All right. So then we can just copy this over. Okay, so now I've gained a tile down here. Let's try not to get this wrong. So diodes is the problem input. So let's double check. The diodes needs to go on this shared with iron ingots. And then the copper is straightforward. There. And then we can do something with undergrounds or wrap over the top with that. Alright, let's get this. The blue undergrounds only jump 4 tiles, don't they? Let's just double check how far they jump. Yeah, they jump 4 tiles, so that's not going to get me over 2 of these depots. So where else? So if that was there, and this was iron ingots, then I can do that. Can I do this? And this can be diodes, and then we've got the split belt of diodes. That looks alright, doesn't it? And then the last thing is this copper. So the copper's going up here, and we're not currently putting copper here. This is all too close to get an underground through. So I think we'll wrap the copper up here and down. No, we can't. We'll have to find another way to get the copper. Let's build this and then figure out the copper after. I think that's the way to do it. it still all needs cables as well. Let's go back to small cables because I've got them in my pocket. Or can I craft? I've got some plates which I hadn't looked at. I can craft some. That's not a problem. Alright. Because these do reach a lot further, so they make the build a lot more pleasant to cable. Okay. And where were these ones going? They were off to the side. Okay. How did this end up there? I'm not sure. It looks like I'm well out on inserters as well, so I'll have to make a load of those. Whoops. Okay, so that's everything cabled. I need to go make a lot more arms and a lot more undergrounds. Okay, we can make some of those. And the arms require burner inserters, which require iron plate. Okay. So let's just grab iron. Okay, and this is requiring copper. There. That should be all the arms we need for here. It still hasn't solved my problem of how to get these copper ingots across. Because really I'd like to underground through this gap. Let's sketch what that might look like. So that would be my ideal. So then we'd come through there. The problem okay, so maybe this will be fast enough. The blinking is starting to really annoy me. Alright, that's better. Maybe that will be fast enough. So this is diodes, which are hiding. There you are. Electron tubes. I'm going to just keep getting that name wrong, aren't I? This is the iron ingots. And let's double check the speed here. Okay, so for this to work, it requires 4 ingots a second. Okay, and I've got a feeling that that is not enough for a long inserter. So inserters, it's 3 and a bit burner inserters. It's 1 and a bit longhand inserters. Ah, we can do it with a fast inserter apparently. So let's see. One of those requires an electric circuit. We're going to go grab some out of our main shop because we're not making them currently. Okay, but we did finish the research for ceramic, for the tier 2 machines for ceramics. So let's grab those. Make some inserters. And tier 2 assembling machines, which look as if they're pretty simple to make. Okay, just requires me to grab some steel beams. An off-camera job is going to be me upgrading all the current builds to use tier 2 assemblers because they're more efficient, they produce less pollution, they work faster. So everything about them is better. Yeah, just double check. We're still quite low on arms, but not a problem. Alright, so I thought that if we replaced this with that is swinging faster. So that might well be fast enough. And by the time we've done an insert capacity bonus, that should be. Alright, ceramics. So let's set this to ceramic. There we go. This requires a source of steam, but as I remember, it's hardly any steam at all. And we needed very few ceramic machines. So the whole of this build requires 1.73 ceramic. This makes 0.33. So how much? 1.3 would be 4 of these. So 8 ceramic machines is sufficient. Okay. Whoops. I meant to grab it. Like that. And this requires sand. Good. And I can't remember the ratio here is 1:1 or 2:1. It's almost 1:1. Okay. So I think it's 5:4, but I'm not going to bother figuring out the 5:4-ness. And then we would need a stone quarry. And this is slightly under by 1/10. This is over by 1/10. So I think this is near enough correct. Yeah, I think this is near enough correct. So this needs steam as well. But it's pretty simple inserter job, isn't it? We would have steam and a long output maybe? Something like that. Okay, so that fits on one side. And on that side. So that's twice what we need. But it's a nice module. And then the only issue is steam, which we can probably address with a single boiler. Okay, and this needs almost nothing to work. I'm just wondering, there isn't room to get the fluids out, but there would be if I did this. Move this down. Okay. And I want this to go in here. Is that correct? Yep, that looks correct. So then one of these is going to be water. And one of these is going to be, let's do it with petroleum for now, just to help the base balance across various products. Okay, then we'll need a loader here. And let's limit this to 2 rows. Let's go. Don't need those 2 pipes. Do I have everything we need? Probably not. Okay, let's make a few more assembly machines. I need a few more of these quarries. Not mining drills, sorry, it's quarries I need. And do I have one of these? Yes, I do. So it's telling me I need 16 arms. Good. I'm not sure that was the wisest way to do that. I probably should have gone and grabbed some red engines. But this build is basically up. Alright, so let's put in 2 transporters there on my principle of putting in extra ones for fluids. Okay, and we will, there's not going to be any gain to cabling this with steel cables, I don't think. Good, and then we'll do the same the other side. The automatic power pole placement doesn't always work very well with, what's the way to say it, with ghosts. Alright, so we need somewhere that's supplying water, which is a slightly weird thing for me, but I'd like to decouple the water. Alright, let's see. I'm just trying to find somewhere that's out of the way, can't really be used for anything else. Fluid depot, an offshore pump. Okay, we'll queue one up to craft. That's pretty good. All right. And then what else are we missing here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 crushers. Okay. How are we doing for... I think we need 2 more quarries. Okay, and then that should be everything. Is there any other job we can get on with in the meantime? Let's have a quick look. So this should be green circuits completed. There we go. Do I need any more arms? That's a good thing to check, isn't it? Am I done for arms? Yes, I am. Okay. So it's just these crushers. Ooh. Okay, so that obviously took some damage. Let's have another look at the map. I think this is an expansion. That might be what's going on. Or we might have, I don't know, perhaps we have a nest that we missed. But I can't see anything. Although to be fair, we could probably do with some more radars. Alright, let's have a look at our research situation as well. So I'm just continuing to go through non-important researches. But I think circuit network is generally useful, and the transport network as well. And longer inserters will give us more freedom in designing our builds. And then things from then on look like we're going to the point where we're gated behind research progression. So let's ask the game. Here we are. So we're 13 of 70. So because I've been doing quality of life researches, we've not been progressing through the tech. So the next tech is computer age, I think. Yeah, computer. So the next thing will be to switch over to doing progression techs, I think. And I should have just gone and grabbed a handful of these red engines. That would have been the sense. That's what a sensible person would have done. So I'm going to go grab some belatedly. Another thing we're going to need to look at is starting to retire this base as everything's rolled over. So once the steel build is completed, it's going to be time to retire this, I think. So if I grab those... Okay, can I cancel everything that has an electric motor? Yeah. Okay, so where was I? I needed some of those. Some of those. It was a mistake of me just to not grab the electric engines. Live and learn. Good, so this is completed. Now, why is this not working? Because there is no water. Because this had not been placed. Awesome, so trucks come. Get the water. I do like riding these trucks, although they're a bit stupid. Brilliant, we have water, which means we have steam, which means we have ceramic, which means ceramic is going in here, which means the diodes are crafting, and the diodes, sorry, the electric tubes, electron tubes. I'm gonna have finished the playthrough before I got the name of this right, aren't I? Okay, they come over. This now has electron tubes. We have crafting happening. And green circuits. That is a result, isn't it? Green circuits are being picked up and dropped off into the build. So this now has the green circuits it needs. The only thing left is the steel. Well, let's go to our to-do list. We have done ceramic. Ceramic was on there twice, so we'll tick it off twice. We have done green circuits. So we just have steel and I'm going to take that off because we're now using residual oil. Yeah, so we just got the steel build left and then an optional electric engine build. Let's very quickly, before we go anywhere else, let's have a look here at electric engine. There we go. So the electric engine is an ingredient in the Advanced Computer Age Tech Pack. And then a bunch of things. Spiderling, whatever that is, that sounds fun. Cannon turret, water factory, crystal grower, exoskeleton, centrifuge, flying robot frames. Okay, so I think we are going to want an electric build, if for nothing else than for robots and science. It looks like robots are a long way off by their bill of ingredients. But I would very quickly like to have a look in the tech tree to see when we get robots. Okay, so robotics is within the current tech age. It is behind distillation tower, sulfur processing, advanced electronics, batteries, crystal grower, lubricant. So maybe that is achievable. So maybe the next thing we should do is head towards robots. After we've done steel, obviously. Well, but I think this is a successful build. We have got green circuits coming in. And I didn't get too frustrated or break anything in the doing of it. Just one last thing to look at. So we've used up all of these cells. So it's time to find somewhere for some new cells. And I think that means going around this mine. So we'll have a look at how we can do that next time. But until then, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.